Well, guys, I'm actually very sad to do this video, but I don't know if anyone watching this follows IllFonic or Gun Media on any social media platform, but we did get news a couple of days ago that November, this November, will be the last update slash patch for Friday the 13th, the game. We got this information off of a post, and if I actually had an editor or could edit, I'd put it up here, but I can't. Um, and we just haven't had anything really to do with the game. The game hasn't gotten any updates. Um, nothing really different. And that's another thing. We've been seeing fan films coming out and all that good stuff. And IllFonic and Gun Media, they wanted to actually, go to those filmmakers like Vincent DeSanti, who just came out with Never Hike in the Snow and came out with Never Hike Alone. They wanted to go to Vincent DeSanti and say, can we buy the rights to the Jason from those two movies? Not the whole movie, not those two whole movies itself, just the Jason in the movies, because that is how much they wanted to update this game. Because of the ongoing lawsuit with um, with the right settlement and all that, we really haven't gotten any new updates in the game except for like bug fixes, patches, all that good stuff. But we haven't gotten any new maps or any new Jasons, any new weapons, counselors, kills, or anything like that. We have not got, all because of the lawsuit that is going around. And it sucks to say this, but I think this lawsuit will be going on for a lot longer than we thought. I thought it would end about probably around the start of 2020, even with the COVID virus going around. I thought that would end. It would have ended around that time, but it still didn't. But I still do not understand why this lawsuit is going on. So in the lawsuit, it says the people who held the rights to the films, which was New Line Cinema, which sadly they still do hold it, and they come over and they'll talk about it, and they, in that the document, it says the the rights holder gets to keep this film, the film series, sorry guys, for an X amount of years. What this means is that New Line had their time with Friday the 13th. The whole reason Friday the 13th was shipped off to New Line is because after Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, that was the lowest, paid film out of the whole series. No one really paid to watch it. No one really wanted to watch it after they heard about all the bad reviews that it got and how malnourished down it was with the budget restraints from the movie. So what they did, Paramount, was their idea was to ship the series off to New Line, in which they did, and that's what they did. And New Line came out with the ninth movie, their first ever movie, was Friday the 13th, Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell, which a lot of people like the look of Jason in that movie, not the movie itself, but really the look of Jason, which I mean, that's kind of understandable. I mean, he looked pretty cool in the movie, but the movie itself wasn't really all that good. I mean, they put a bunch of like mythology in it, like it has to have a Voorhees to kill another Voorhees, or with that like spiritual dagger that was in the movie. Sorry if I'm spoiling this for you. I really apologize. That just dawned on me, but like, and that's a thing. But that's one of the things when you put a 23-year-old director who has never directed any movie in his life. That's what you get when you do that. You get not that good of a movie. Now, when I say not that good of a movie, I mean the continuity was just gone at that point. Continuity, in my eyes, was gone after part 4. Because after part 4, that was supposed to be the end of the series, hence why they call it the final chapter. Well, then they made a new beginning, and then part 6, and then so on and so forth. Well, continuity was lost after all of that, and my problem with that is the fact that you got to keep continuity in your film. You have to. If you don't have any continuity for a sequel or a prequel, it doesn't matter what it is, you're not going to have a good movie. We'll say that. Because if you have that movie there and have no continuity, then the movie's going to make no sense. All the people are really going to get from a previous movie, if they haven't seen those yet, is a recap. And let's face it, the recap really only shows us about 3 minutes of what happened in the movies. And in Friday the 13th, knowledge shows us about, like, literally, and you watch part 4 and they have that big recap at the start, that's showing us from the past 3 movies, part 1, part 2, and part 3 was all shown in there. No part 4, because it's the 4th movie that the recap's in. And, that happened, and a lot of people thought that was a good thing for them to do. Like, it's the last movie in the series, just give them a quick recap, have that little cool scene in there. And they brought back a lot of familiar faces. Like, Harry Manfredini, he was on the music for, I think, pretty much all of them, except for maybe a couple, but I know he was on for music for parts 1 through 4. I do know that much. It really was hard to, get that little part on there, because Tom Savini came back for the 4th movie. Only reason Tom Savini came back is because he was told he could kill Jason. That was his dream, since Jason was actually going to be the character. And Jason was never supposed to be the actual main character, all of that. And he wasn't. It was supposed to be his mom and like, the mom was supposed to go in through the movies, Mrs. Jarvis. Not Mrs. Jarvis, you know what I meant, Mrs. Voorhees. She was supposed to go through the first movie, not get killed, and then go on, and then we might have had 4 movies. If Jason didn't come out. If Jason was just the little swamp boy he was in the dream of Alice, we would have maybe had legitimately only 4 movies. But that's not how it worked. The only reason we had more movies after part 4 is because money is no inanimate object, so they had to get more. Paramount was always striving to get the rights for Friday the 13th. They always wanted to keep it, but after part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, went terrible with the money, and New Line gave them a deal that they really could not pass up. So that is one thing. That's how another thing happened. And my other thing about this topic is that we need more in Friday the 13th, the game. This is what the whole video is going to be about. We need more in Friday the 13th, the game. This will be its last update / patch, which I'm very sad to see. because I play the game. I love the game. It's really exciting. The only thing I don't like about it is how it takes forever for you to get to the next level, which the Jasons, the highest you got to get all the Jasons is 44, level 44, and then that's when you unlock part 4 Jason. And then there's more different levels and all that good stuff, but I try to play as much as I can, because I have a little brother that always has to be in my room, but the thing is, all we need as the community for this game is for New Line and Victor Miller and Sean S. Cunningham. All we need them to do is just deal with it, go to court with it, and figure out the rights. Because us as players and us as viewers would love to see Friday the 13th Part 13. We would love to see that. Problem is, though, we cannot, because the three of them will not settle down for any rights. One wants it, one thinks they should have it, and the business thinks they should have it. I mean, Victor Miller, really, I don't think I take that back. He should have some sort of rights. He should. The characters in Friday the 13th were based from Victor Miller. Victor Miller created those characters, and I think that he should have them back. They're his characters. He came up with them. I mean, what else do you want? And you think about it in the way that me, like a viewer or a player of Friday the 13th, the game, or a viewer of the movies, we want more. Yes, fan films are great. Some of them are good, like Never Hike in the Snow or Never Hike Alone. Those are great movies, but we want the real deal. We want the bigger things. We don't want a 50-minute or a 38-minute movie that's on YouTube. We want the big, big deal. And that's the thing. That's what we want. But I'm just letting you know. All we want is the rights to settle. And if you play Friday the 13th, the game, I'm feeling the same pain y'all feel. So, R.I.P. Friday the 13th, the game. And I guess basically R.I.P. Friday the 13th, the series. Because with this rights settlement thing going on, we might not get another movie or game updates or patches for another couple years. But I hope y'all stay safe, love each other, help the world be a better place, and, be good, be